Good evening, everyone. Welcome from the Soul Search Enlightenment Expo in Marina del Rey. It's been an amazing day for all of you who've been here with us live. Lots of energy, incredible healing, transformation, empowerment occurring with everyone today. And we're just delighted to be ending the first day of the expo with this incredible channeling by Asil Tuksal. For those of you who are not familiar with the seal, he is an amazing channel of the Elohim and a spiritual teacher and guide. He is one of our incredible Soul Search practitioners, as well as a Soul Search TV star. All of you can watch his show, Sacred Earth Expeditions, on Soul Search TV, which is on Apple TV, Amazon Fire, Roku, and Android TV. You can also download the app to follow Asil and Evolution One on his journeys visiting sacred sites. And we're just delighted to be here together with Evolution One and Asil for this powerful evening. It's going to be an amazing event of transmission and channeling and just everyone, all you have to do is relax and let the energies unfold. And I'm also delighted that Crystal, managing director of Evolution One, is here with us as well. It's been a wonderful day today with the whole Evolution One team. And we just love to have all of our soul family and spiritual family and community coming together like this live and in person. And for those of you who couldn't join us live in person, we're connected always in the quantum field. So lots of love to all of you and welcome, Crystal. Hello. Hello, everybody. I'm just going to hold this like this. Yeah. Okay. So, who here is from LA? The LA area. Got some energy going on here. Very different. I can't tell whether or not because we were at Conscious Life Expo last week, like 10,000 of us, that something was unleashed and then stayed. But everything from getting here to getting to our Airbnb, which then the host ghosted us, and we wound up here, right here in the hotel that the Enlightenment Expo is in. But this energy has just been some, as one would say, kind of spiritual choppy waters. So it's perfect because we are going to be talking about conscious creators. And it is a theme that's been arising throughout the years with the guides. They've been alluding to this idea of a conscious creator. And so we're opening up the discussion over the last few weeks and continuing on into May and June, this idea of what is it to become a conscious creator and what does that look like? And so we're going to be learning alongside you as the channelings come through, the words of wisdom. We're going to be upgrading our energetic templates, and we're going to be doing all that together. So this is the second in a concerted effort to consciously talk about how to become a conscious creator. And for those of you who are online, the support team will put up a little link or a QR code, and that will invite you into a deeper conversation. We have a weekend workshop online that we're broadcasting from Lake Atislan the first weekend in March. So we're going to be anchoring in that energy and transmitting it out to the world. That will be one opportunity. And then we're doing a whole online series that will culminate in another weekend workshop starting at the end of April and going through June. So we're really excited to open up this topic and learn with you all a little bit more about this idea of conscious creators. And even just judging from our experience getting here and being here, we are seeing more and more that this idea of a conscious creator is very necessary in the real world, right? For those of us who are in the States, we've got an election coming up this year. So, things are going to, potentially get a bit dicey energetically. And how do we keep our center, and how do we anchor the energy that we receive through experiences and deliver it out to the world so that we can be helpful and a support to humanity, right? So that's what we're all here for. Yeah. So for those of you who are new, I'm Crystal. I'm with Evolution One, the nonprofit organization that supports the work of the channel and supports all of those who are engaged in it. And Asil is what's considered a trance channel. And he not only channels wisdom, but he channels energy. So we'll be hearing from the Elohim today. For him to get into trance, there'll be some hand movements, some body movements. You can use that time to get into your own state of meditation, get into your own state of inner silence and alignment. Yes, I know there's an odd. Can you hear that through the? Yeah. Oh, good. On the live stream, you may not be able to hear it, but in the room, there's an interesting noise that comes through. But never mind all that, because once the channel opens up, then the energy will envelop the room, and we've had worse. So, and people have had experiences despite the noises and the any commotion that comes through. So we're not worried about it. We're here to give you an experience. Yeah, you can bring him on in. Yeah. Asil, for those of you who are on live stream, Asil's in a green room here in the hotel. So we're going to get him over here, and we're going to, hello. Yeah. And then he's going to climb up onto this this stage, which is a table. But we're not telling the hotel that.
Thank you, Crystal.
Yeah.
What'd you tell them?
I mean, I was just talking about you. Yeah.
Behind your back.
Yeah. All good things. Yeah.
I'm shocked.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to get into it.
Get the seal.
And this is Asil, everyone, in case you didn't know him. And we're going to see what comes through. So hold on tight, everybody. Enjoy your journey. For those of you who are in the room, if you have notifications on your phone, or your phones are on, if you could just turn them off, that would be really helpful. It's, we can channel through anything, and we can meditate through anything, but it's better it's better experience if you just turn those off. And for those of you who are on the live stream, if you turn off your device notifications, that would be fantastic. For those of you who are in the room, if Tangela has your email address when you registered, that's great, because we'll send you a copy of the transcript. And so you don't have to hang on to every word. You can just kind of let go and be in the experience. And for those of you who are online, you've RSVP'd, so you'll get that. Oh, good, that's going around. For those of you who RSVP'd online, then you'll automatically get that email to you with the transcript, the words of wisdom. So you don't have to worry about hanging on to every word. Okay. All right. Well, should we get to it, Asil? What do you think?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. Okay, enjoy, everybody.
All right. I've channeled in a lot of places, but the hotel boardroom is a first. The things we do for consciousness evolution, there's no limits. Challenge me. Thank you all for joining. It's really good to see you, feel you, and know that there are individuals like you in this world, in this current time of humanity's evolutionary process, that truly care about their own evolution, about their healing, about their alignment, and also their service to humanity. And it is truly through this amplification, through this strengthening of this web of individuals that we are, that the fabric of humanity as a society will be held and uplifted. It's certainly no news to you that something is shifting and something is accelerating in that shift. Some sort of evolutionary awakening process that's been occurring for a while, but there is a certain frequency and potency to it that is particularly strong recently. Does that feel right? How about the last month and the last couple of weeks? Yes. So imagine these waves of energy as they're moving through this earthly plane, as they're moving through us, they may truly get stronger and stronger. And you have been a practitioner maybe for some time. You may have been a service provider for some time. But then there is millions and millions of people that have not started on their journey yet. They too will feel this awakening, the waves of energy that are moving through them. And for some of them, it will be challenging. They will start asking themselves the questions that I started asking myself when my journey started. Who am I? Where do I come from? Where am I going? What's the purpose of life? Why do this in the first place? How can I use my time as a human being in the best possible way, not just to serve myself, but to serve all of humanity? And many of these individuals will look around themselves. They will look towards those that have walked this path before them, that those that have experienced these awakening processes before. They will look towards the pillars of light around them, those that hold stable, clear, and aligned through the strengthening waves that are moving through this earthly plane. And I know that many of you are practicing strengthening, aligning, healing, expanding, and serving in all the possible ways you can. When this opening first started, I thought I was losing my mind. That was the only logical, rational explanation I had, as some other voice was talking to me through my own mind. And I even talked to experts about it. And they said, well, if your quality of life hasn't been severely impacted by what you're experiencing, I wouldn't be too worried. I said, okay, that's an interesting answer. So I continued the journey of exploring this relationship that was developing with the different energies and voices that were establishing themselves through deep meditations. And they would announce themselves with the names humanity had given them. Their messages, their energy felt pure and loving, unconditionally. My trust grew over time more and more to the point where I trusted them with my life. And many individuals have been impacted by this work And they have continued their work and their exploration, their service in the world. So, in some ways, all of you are like the stone that is dropped into a lake that creates the ripples around it. And many of these ripples encompass the entire lake or the ocean, metaphorically spoken. In this time of acceleration of this awakening process, how do we make sure that we have everything we need to be supported? How do we make sure that we are resourced as individuals, as humans? Well, there is a lot of divine support. There is also a strengthening of duality and polarization. I guess some of you have seen that as well. The challenges that are rising through these rising energies are challenges within us, unprocessed, challenges within the human consciousness collective, within society, unprocessed, incomplete cycles. So we learn by witnessing these polarizations within us, by witnessing the polarizations outside of us, and we ask the questions, how can we complete these cycles without necessarily repeating the cycles? Wouldn't that be nice? Because currently, the structure of this design of this reality is if something is incomplete, it will be repeated until it is complete, until the lessons are learned, until the realizations have occurred. Yet there is a way in which we can come into a state of presence where we can explore the polarizations or the incomplete aspects of our past from a place of neutrality, from a place of non duality. And as we do, as we stay in this observational state without reacting or responding, there is an opportunity to allow realizations to emerge from within our consciousness. So consciousness becomes the processor rather than the mind or the heart or the body. They too can process the past. Yet consciousness is so expansive. It's sheer limitless. We create our reality. Occasionally, we co create reality together. Just like right now, we have co created this moment. And as society, we co create reality as well. So all of us are participating in a grand creation. Yet some of us may say, well, hold on, there is a lot of dark things happening in the world, destructive things. How come you're telling me I'm co creating this? And some of us may think, well, I did not sign up for this. I'm operating at a different frequency. My thoughts, my emotions are different. Yet somehow we are part of humanity, the human collective, and our presence and existence is participating in the co-creation of certain things that require learning. Many of these pieces that require learning and completion are repeating themselves, and we are unconsciously creating reality. The ability to consciously create your reality is a progression of our expanded conscious awareness. The more we are aware of ourself, of our present moment, of our reality, the more we have conscious awareness of who we are and how we are creating the reality before us. So the journey is truly we are becoming conscious creators in human form. Let's say you want to create a life for yourself of a certain type, of a certain energy, of a certain vibration, of a certain love. The more of us come together to create in unison a certain reality, the more powerful this unfolding will become. Yet at first, we may think for ourselves, as we perceive ourselves as an individualized being. The connection that we all hold together as a collective is a unified way of perceiving reality. From non duality to duality, the full spectrum of your being is present here right now. Yet we perceive life as this individualized being that we are. I perceive me, I perceive you, you perceive yourself, and we perceive each other. Yet rarely we perceive the collective as one unified being, as one unified consciousness. Occasionally we enter these states, right? I'm sure you have. Occasionally we realize, oh, we are not so different after all. We are human, we are learning, we make mistakes, we love, we connect, and somehow we learn from each other, and the generations that come, hopefully, have learned from the mistakes and the realizations that we've had. So, generation after generation, an iterative process allows us to grow, allows us to expand, allows us to heal and act, create differently. Why is this time right now so different, so intensified, so potent than potentially the times before? Why is the awakening accelerating now? Well, it seems it's a significant time that will show if we as humans can evolve faster than we can extinct ourselves. So, therefore, consciousness evolution is a significant piece in our evolution as a species. We may have many solutions to many problems we have in this world, yet the energy and the focus, the presence to apply these solutions isn't there yet. That is an aspect of consciousness. And as consciousness expands, we choose to act upon a greater alignment we hold within ourselves. We choose differently. We choose more consciously. That is how we create a different reality for ourselves and for others. Do you believe that there is a creator in you? That there is a great power within you? That there is a seed of consciousness beyond your imagination? Do you believe that this potency within you is able to be activated, is able to be truly embraced, integrated, lived, and shared generously? Yes? Yes. So that is, in a short form, the message that the guides deliver. They project this truth onto us so that we can start to remember that is part of who we are, that there is a great power within us that we can activate and carry into our lives, into all of our creations. So, what will we create? How will we live this empowered state, this activated state that we have? What kind of thoughts, emotions will emerge as a result of this truth being budding, sprouting, expanding within us? How will we love? How will we speak? How will we connect with each other? How will we see others, especially those we do not agree with, those we judge? Can we see love and compassion no matter what? And that may be a challenging practice, even for me, especially with Los Angeles traffic. Yet here we are practicing, we are coming into states of expansion so that we can become a better version of ourselves every day, one step at a time, a more aligned version of ourselves that naturally steps into a form of service by generously sharing the gifts that have come to you, that have activated within you. Does everyone here know how trance channeling works? Yes? No? A couple yeses, a couple nos? Okay. So I'm already in what I would consider a half channeled state. The personality, the person that I am, is still here. But at the same time, a lot of the things that I'm saying are not planned or thought through. I'm not even speaking in a way that makes sense to me personally. So that is a half channeled state. In some ways, I'm already partially in that trance state. When this channeling state goes deeper, the trance state goes deeper, and the person that I am steps behind, and I step into an observer state. And that is once my body and this vessel is ready, when the guides connect, in this case the Elohim, they enter this physical body. I feel them enter. It is an energetic surge. It's almost like I'm being plugged into an electrical socket. And the light, the energy, and the love that I feel through this connection is very unique. And I step into this observer mode, and then they start to speak. Nowadays, I remember more what is said than I used to. In the beginning, it was so strong that I could not consciously even remember and retain what was happening to me and what was coming through. It is, in some ways, an odd human experience. Handing your body over to another consciousness, to another intelligence to operate through you. That requires a lot of trust, doesn't it? Trusting that there is another voice speaking through you. Who knows what they're going to say? One of my first channelings was in Shanghai at a consciousness expo. The person that had invited me said, Seal, I don't know, you don't really have control over this, but please do not speak about Tiananmen Square. I said, okay, I'll tell them. I hope they won't. But in some ways, there is a great intelligence operating that feels and adjusts the message according to the people that are here and that are here on the live stream. And once they have spoken, they will deliver what is called an energetic adjustment. An energetic adjustment is also something of a unique, maybe not so unique in this room. You're quite well versed with the mechanics of spirituality. My hands will do movements that look a bit like this, looks a bit like Tai Chi, looks a bit like surgery in the space, in a virtual reality quantum realm, so to say. And this energy is through this structure delivered to everyone. And these adjustments truly are for mental, emotional, physical, and energetic wellness, well being. They are meant to support us to come into a better alignment so that we can receive even more the benefits of life and existence, so we can even have a greater capacity, so we can walk this life even more stably. No matter how strong the energies and the waves are that are coming through as things are getting a little bit more intensified. Alignment will be your greatest ally, no matter what happens. In the greatest challenges of life, personally and as humanity, your alignment will be your backbone. And I look forward to seeing all of you thrive as a result of this session and as a result of the work that you do in receiving and providing. So thank you all for being here. It's a true blessing to see you and to feel you and to be providing this to all of you. Blessings. Greetings. We are Elohim. Throughout time and your personal human experience, you have witnessed and learned the spectrum of the human form, the many lessons, the many emotions, the many thoughts, the many relationships you have lived in this particular incarnation, challenges, and beautiful experiences, all of which provide the perfect balance for life to be experienced. And every soul that enters the human form learns specific lessons dedicated to this lifetime. Through every lifetime, through every experience, while every soul learns, humanity as a collective learns as well. Therefore, your experiences contribute to the collective's learning. While occasionally it may seem that humanity's challenges are expanding, they truly merely are coming to surface to be learned and completed. Many lessons incomplete, many generations having carried experiences that have not come to realization yet. The expanded states of consciousness you enter in this very present moment are an opportunity for you to come to realizations and to serve. Through these realizations, your life, your soul's journey, and humanity's evolution. These realizations may occur at times like an insight of a small, insignificant nature, and occasionally they may be life changing realizations, shifting the way you think, you feel, and you act. All parts of you shift as a realization emerges, as your alignment changes. The frequency that you hold in your mind, your heart, your physical body, your energetic body changes. The frequency itself is the resonance that connects individuals to each other. What you perceive as attraction, as magnetism, is truly the match or the connection point of your resonance. And occasionally, incomplete lessons will serve as this resonance factor to connect you, to complete a learning with an individual that has an important and similar learning to go through. Consciously, the human mind will operate to avoid discomfort, to avoid experiences that challenge all aspects of your being, to avoid aspects where you do not seem to be in control, aspects of life that you fear based on the experiences you've had in the past, aspects of life that are seemingly your desires and wants for how life should unfold. Yet this reality has significantly more to offer than to respond to your desires and wants in the current moment. Life experiences will carry important lessons to be had, and some lessons require a certain level of intensity, both in relation to yourself and relation to others. The intensities, yet, can be observed and received with significant grace as you come to greater alignment within yourself, as you learn to expand your energetic body to connect strongly with the earth itself and expand your consciousness to connect with higher realms. This flow of energy will support your alignment, your ability to find yourself in a present moment of silence. And this present moment, just the one right now, will serve you to learn significant lessons, realizations, to come to states of love, come to states of peace. For a moment, witness yourself, your thoughts, your emotions, your projections onto yourself. The way you have described yourself to yourself, the way you have created a perspective of yourself, the image that you hold. An image that is truly established by all aspects of your life, by the unprocessed elements of the past, by the perspectives and opinions held by those that have supported you in your growth, the conditioning of society, the conditioning of previous generations, and the many lifetimes you have lived all contribute to this image of yourself. For a moment, as the energy rises in this space, allow this image of yourself to be softened, to be expanded, until you can release the image that you hold of yourself. As the sense of identity starts to dissolve, who do you become? As you start to exist in this moment beyond space and time, merely in presence, who do you become? As every breath contributes to the continuation of your life, this moment provides everything you could ever need. In this moment, you are held. In this moment, you are whole. In this moment, you are loved. In this moment, the projection of reality, the projection of existence onto you is pure love. In this field of projection, you are truly perfect. With all and everything you have lived, with an all and everything you have not completed in learnings, with all aspects of your thoughts, emotions, and physical misalignments, you truly are perfect. In this moment, all aspects of defining who you need to be, who you will be, are released so that you can be who you are in its all expanded state in this very present moment. No past and no future. Pure presence. The seed of creation is within you as you are the human collective represented in human form. You carry the seed of creators as a consciousness within you. And as your consciousness expands, you will start to realize this power that has been given and gifted to you, that is inherently yours, intrinsically within this human form. The consistent journey to alignment, to consciousness evolution and growth will support the empowerment of this seed within you. You will start to realize and understand the power that you have sought outside has always been within you. And this awakening power within you will naturally challenge the way you see yourself, the way you see others, the way you see this reality and life. The awakening power within you will therefore be a catalyst of your continued evolution and expansion. Our presence here in this moment is merely a moment of support in your continued alignment expansion, in your awakening and empowerment, so you can serve, assist, and support your life and the lives of those around you, the lives of the awakening humanity. These energetic adjustments that will be delivered are an unconditional gift from us to you, so that you can start to feel that power that is within you, the possibilities and the potential that is ready to emerge through you into your life and the lives of many others. Thank you for listening to our words. We will now commence with the energetic adjustments. Thank you for receiving this gift of ours, for the continued evolution of your being, the continued evolution of humanity as a consciousness collective. May the transformation that you undergo support your life to find yourself in greater potential and possibilities than before. May your transformation be the key to the collective's evolution. This transmission is complete. Take a couple of deep breaths. Feel the energy moving into all parts of your body, cells, organs, your mind, your brain, your heart, your emotional center, your energetic body. Allow your breath to refresh every aspect of your being. Move your fingers, maybe toes, just to feel your body. And if you want, you can rub your hands to feel the warmth and touch your face or your limbs. Every moment carries the potential to redefine who you are. Every moment carries the potential for greater possibility. And I hope this was such a moment for you. Thank you all for joining. Many blessings to you. Do you guys have any questions about this experience? Or maybe some of the things you felt, you sensed? Or any other questions, except maybe the numbers for the lottery that I cannot give you? Yes.
What did we experience?
I hope you experienced exactly what was the right thing for you. And everyone is experiencing something unique in that way. It is meant
Can't hear you.
it is meant to be an experience of peace, of depth, of healing. Yes. And through time, this experience integrates into all parts of your being and it makes you more aligned, hopefully healthier and better and more beautiful and happier. That is what we want. And this is how this work is translated to everyone, and even the people on the live stream receiving something from this experience. Sometimes thousands of people at a time. What else? Yes, Moon.
I felt like that my nervous system was resetting and somehow connecting with the chakras in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Anything
You,
to say about that?
so you felt like your nervous system was resetting, like it was connecting to the chakras or your energy body in a certain way. Yes. So as different parts of your body are affected, or your being, let's call it, that consists of your mental construct, your emotional construct, your physical, and then there is the energetic spiritual construct that's even more complex. These adjustments that they deliver affect all different parts so that our bodies can function better. So our bodies can experience challenges or these waves of increasing energy in a better way so that you can walk your service in the world with more grace, more stably, sustainably, right? Because I know that as service providers, sometimes there is a sense of obligation and commitment that we have a spiritual gift and we must serve in a certain way. And sometimes we overserve to the point that we are drained. These adjustments assist you to have more sustainability, almost making you, from a short distance runner to a long distance runner in a way that is supposed to serve you as well, not just the people that you serve. Service, in my perspective, is not an act of self sacrifice. We are way past that old paradigm. We are serving and we are receiving as well throughout this service. Every moment of application is a gift to yourself and to your life. And yes, the adjustments go into many different facets, and it's interesting that your ability to see all these fine details in your system is quite well developed. What else would you guys like to know? Yes.
How did you develop your channeling abilities? Was it intuitive, or did you have mentors? I'm sure it was a long process.
I wish I had mentors.
Seal, will you just repeat the question for
Yes.
people on the live stream?
What's your question?
So
Oh, sorry. What's your name?
Francesca.
Francesca is asking, how did I develop my channeling abilities? If I had mentors, different processes, methods, is that more or less? Okay, more or less. There was something already unfolding within me that seemed so strong at that time that I could not ignore it. It was making me impossible to function as a human being. And I was running a company with employees and serving big corporations and all kind of nonsense, right? I mean, at that time, it seemed like the right thing to do. And at some point, it was becoming such a debilitating experience that I had to stop everything I was doing. It was making me sick. So I stopped. I left everything behind. And as I started to go to different lineages and different teachers and different spiritual directions, I started to get pieces and bit more and more of what was happening to me, or how my consciousness or my soul was asking me to wake up. And over many years, something started to click and open up. And there was a very particular moment when I had this communication with these light beings that then connected with me and communicated with the names that humanity had given them. And I thought, oh man, now I'm talking to angels. What? Like, no one's going to believe this. And it also sounds crazy because I don't even believe it. And I certainly cannot tell my friends or my parents about this because they're going to put me in a hospital and I will never come out of it. So it was a bit of a crazy experience in that way. But what was ensuring about it was the voice that said, "My name is Emmanuel, and I will guide you through this process." Emmanuel's voice and his presence and his continued reoccurrence in my life was developing to be like a big brother. It was like this loving presence, like, I'm going to hold your hand while this weird stuff is happening to you. And even though your mind's going to go crazy, you're fine. And as long as I tell you you're okay, you're going to be okay. I was like, okay. He would say, this process is going to take 45 minutes. Then you can take a break and there's going to be another process. Tomorrow, you're going to wake up in the morning before the sun rises and you're going to run around the mountain. So I would get very particular and specific instructions to the point where I thought, man, if I'm making this up, this is pretty wild. But I followed the instructions and they became, more and more complex. Occasionally, pack your stuff. There is a calling that you are needed at a certain place, at this temple on this mountain and this island here. It's like, can someone else do it? They're like, no, you can do it. And you hear this message and therefore you are the one to go. It's like, okay. And so I followed steps beyond my comprehension, and I developed over time. There was very many moments of overwhelm. I said, did I make the right decision? Or I said, you guys have the wrong guy. I don't think I'm the right person for this. And occasionally, what I would consider destabilization, like emotional or mental, where I had to take a break. And they would say, take a break. We won't do anything for a couple days. And that was very nice, right? Is there some sort of agreement here? And that's what also built more trust because there was a respect for my human experience rather than just being downloaded and, smashed into the ground. You're like, okay. So there was a period where I could take a moment and I would have choice. Even in this channeling process, I have choice always. If I want to interrupt and break the channel, I can step out of it. They gave me a choice in the beginning, even. They said, you've been preparing for this for 3,000 years. Just the part that is human. Beyond that, there was other parts you've been preparing for. So, but at the same time, because of the structure of a human life, you can choose if you want to live a normal human life or if you want to continue in this particular way of serving. And I thought, well, let me think about it. And here we are. Thank you. Maybe one more question?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if it's a question as much as an observation.
Yes.
It felt as if this vessel was relieved of the responsibility of the responsibility.
Your vessel or my vessel?
My
Your
vessel.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And that the release is that it goes through me, whatever the healing is. It's not me. It's not I'm just accountable to be present with it and allow it to move. And so whatever was heavy, really heavy in this area is gradually dissipating, and it's now I've got electropelize all over my blood, goosebumps, I guess you would call it. And it's wonderful to just connect again in that level of detachment. That is so necessary in all of the evolutions and that we're experiencing right now to like hold on and let go and not let the fingernails bleed by holding on, in a sense, or even this vessel as we breathe. And how beautiful to be able to work with and bring my 93-year-old hot stuff right here, to be able to share an experience like this together, that we lived long enough to be able to, what would you say, to play again? We get to play again,
That's beautiful.
in this relationship, and that's nice. It's really nice. So appreciation for the presence. And we're not used to sinkholes on the 405. That's part of the traffic that we're experiencing right now. And it just, if I don't think too much about it and just be present, now that it just feels like the channel is open, and the flow is, I don't have to control that flow, because that's the suffering, it seems.
Yeah.
And so it's nice to be here. I appreciate it. And all of your service.
Thank you. Yeah, it's nice to just be. And in that state of being, just be seen. And in that just being seen, everything just moves through us. And all these thoughts, ideas, and conditions that we have on ourselves and life, on reality, just dissipate for a moment. So we can have this moment of peace. And sometimes just seeing that moment of peace is everything we needed, because then we remember what it feels like and we will seek it out again. And over time, it will become more and more frequent and permanent. Thank you all. Many blessings.
Thank you, Asil. Hey, buddy.
Yes.
How you doing over there?
I'm good.
Well, thank you to everybody online. Thank you to all of you. And thanks, Cecile, for bringing that energy through. I had a moment, as some of you may have as well, when we were in this deep state and the world is going on around us, right? There's life happening just outside this glass, somewhat transparent wall over here. And it just reminds me, and you reminded me of these callings that we have to go to different places and be in a meditative state, right? Be in and bring through this energy in the midst of some like wild and crazy situations. So if you haven't seen it yet, we have put together a docuseries that is still unfolding under soulsearch.tv, which is it's super cool actually, because they have an app now. So if you download the app on your mobile phone, you go to Soul Search TV on the little app store, and you can watch it like from your phone. It's super cool. It's like this little calling card that now I can share with friends. I feel like we're like a little bit like mainstream
they
legit.
watch?
They can watch these episodes.
That's right.
Yeah, they can watch the Sacred Earth Expedition episodes. And so we take you into Guatemala, into Hawaii, into the Balkans, and now unfolding into Costa Rica. And they'll be there for, in perpetuity. So you can watch and be part of that energy and really see how we do it real time, right? You go in and, you're not going to get this quiet, hermetically sealed container all the time. You're going to be in a little bit of chaos, and people are going to be, eating sundaes and ice cream cones around you, and in like these regular touristy places, and you're bringing the Elohim through. Like, I don't know. So this was a bit of that reminder for me. So go ahead and take a look at that if you have a moment, if you haven't already. And then we do have that weekend workshop. It's a Saturday and Sunday, March 3rd and 4th.
Second and third.
Second and third. It's the first and second Saturday. It's second and third?
Yeah, first weekend of March.
First weekend of March. There you go. And we hope you can join us there, and you can find out more information on our website. And also, I think that they're flashing things on the screen for those of you who are online. So we hope to see you there, and we hope to continue to experience all of this with you. And thank you, Tangela. Thank you for having us, for opening up the space for us, and for always creating such a beautiful, light and airy and fun energy. I know I saw a lot of smiling faces today as they were milling about in the Enlightenment Expo. And you have another day tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay, so there's still another day tomorrow. So those of you who are in the area, you can stop in at Marina Del Rey. All right. So thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for everybody in the room. And we'll see you again next time. Yeah, take care.